Hello out there in podcast land. Welcome to the Bohemian Cauldron podcast. I am your host, Demon Daddy Dale, and with me today is a guest we've had on previous, and she is here to tell us all about her new offering at Alchemy Gallery and Supply in beautiful Festus, Mo. And that is Ms. Jennifer Rogers. Hello there.
Hello, Dale.
How are you doing this fine day?
I am awake. I think I need a couple more cups of coffee, but I'm good.
All right. Yeah, it's kind of gloomy out there today, and the high is going to hit 22. So welcome to winter finally. Winter is here.
Yay, fun.
Yes. So last time you were on, you hinted at a new class that you were going to be offering to the wonderful people out here, and now you are ready to reveal the class series. And
Drum roll.
drum roll, here we go. And what it is called?
This is the Gemstone Energy class series, and this is not a new class. This is something I've been teaching for a long time, new this year. So for all of you that are interested in learning more about using and working with gemstones and crystals as part of your life, you're going to want to take these classes. There's going to be just about everything you need to know and want to learn about crystals is going to be included. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's my favorite class to teach.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And so you have been teaching this a while, and this is the first time that how am I to put this? This is like the big first official offering of this, or is this just something you've been? I know this is how you work with Reiki.
Right.
So,
first in my personal practice, yes.
All right. Now, my big question is that, witches be collecting gemstones all the time. All the rocks are already out there. So this sounds like a great training is, if you've already been collecting all your crystals and your gemstones and you have a giant display, something to maybe how to use them finally.
Good question, because they're so beautiful and they just draw you in with their energy, and people will just be drawn to crystals and they don't know why, but they buy them because they just feel some attraction to it. And there's usually always a reason for that. When we're intuitively drawn to a crystal or a gemstone, it's our body, our energy telling us that we need that frequency or that vibration. So it's something that I almost look at it like, I shouldn't really compare this to vitamins, but something that you're lacking in,
Okay.
a vibration you're lacking in, you will be drawn to a gemstone with that frequency that will assist you with that. Go with your gut when you're picking out your stones. You know, you don't have to go with the prettiest, fanciest stone. Go with whatever you're drawn to is what I try to push everybody.
And I hear that alchemy is actually getting in more gemstones, like over the holiday season, starting in October. Like it's been dwindling, and finally get the appointment to go get all the brand new fun crystals.
I'm so excited. We're gonna pick our crystals up on the 6th, and we'll have plenty of stones available for everybody to purchase again. For this class series, I know that a lot of people that are going to be taking the gemstone classes are going to want to, start adding to their collections or starting new collections. And like you also mentioned, if you have a collection already going, this is a great way for you to learn how to work with the different energies and frequencies of the stones, how to care for them. We're going to talk about your basic things like cleansing and charging your crystals, programming your crystals, techniques for working with the energy of crystals to heal things in our mental, physical, and emotional body. We're also going to be learning how to build Gemstone Grids, which is a really popular class. And looking forward to that one. I may do a couple of those because building crystal grids is very powerful for a lot of things.
I've seen a lot of pictures of Gemstone Grids lately, just kind of popping up everywhere. And do you mind giving us like a brief summary of like what is a grid, a gemstone grid, and how can it help us?
Okay, so I think maybe it's going to be different for everybody, and anything that we work with, I always stress to everybody to go intuitively with what you feel drawn to do and with what spirit guides you to do. But generally speaking, with grids, what you're trying to do is we're trying to manifest something, bring something into our life, or possibly push something out or send something out to bring it back to us. So, for example, we would build a grid we could build a small grid within our house to attract love, love or healing. We can build a grid to attract abundance, finances. We can build a grid to help with world peace. We also talk about grids that we can do where we actually do a layout on the chakra system. So we learn about that's another type of grid too. So that's a whole nother classes. But gemstone grids are a lot of fun, and I just tell people there's really no particular way to build a grid. I like to start mine from the center. I use a central stone as my generator stone, my central focus point. I start at the center, and then I just based on what my intention is. So if I'm trying to manifest healing of the heart, I would say use rose quartz and aventurine. And what I would do is start at the central, place a central stone like a quartz point in the middle, and then in a circular motion going clockwise, I begin placing my rose quartz and my aventurine stones and work my way outward to the edges of the grid, and you'll be drawn to place them in different positions, pull in different stones, use different sacred geometry plays a big role in building grids too, because that you get that added energy of the platonic solids and the sacred geometry mixed in with the crystals. So it's a really fascinating subject.
Well, it actually brings up another question I kind of actually been on my mind. You mentioned the sacred geometry. I have seen the flower of life, the seed of life, the Metatron cube, and I've been kind of myself putting them in places and creating some sigils with them, using also the tree of life from Kabbalah. And I was, oh my goodness, look at that. She's showing me pictures, and I
was getting ready to bring up that.
Swoon.
That's another grid that is a great grid to build.
Yeah.
Is the tree of life.
Yes. I'm swooning at those. So these are things that will be covered using these sacred geometry items and maybe even a little bit of sigil creation.
Yes, creating your own sigils can be very powerful crystal grids.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. All right. So then I'm just like coming up with other sacred geometry ones that I know. The Witch's Wheel. One that I've been kind of really into lately is the Saturn Square from Hermetic traditions. I've been working with that a lot and trying a little bit of time magic, but yes.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, it is, especially, it's crazy. All right.
We'll have to share later.
Oh, yeah. So, okay.
So working with the sacred geometry and the grid work, that's just added energy that is just, there's various grids. We'll be working with the Star of David, the Merkabah, the Flower of Life, the Seed of Life. We'll be working with the different platonic solid shapes. So yes, there's gonna be a pretty cool class.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the big thing that everyone out there wants to know now is, okay, so you convinced me to take this class. Is there some sort of starter set that I should be looking for, something to help our minds? What crystals would you recommend for a beginner?
For beginners, I would definitely recommend a starter set starting with your basic 7 chakra stones, the 7 colors of the chakras. That is a great way to start. That way you're receiving, you get a sense for each energy of each colored stone, because every different color puts off a different frequency and vibration. So that's a good way to start. I would highly recommend taking at least the first class before you go out and purchase a bunch of stones, because in the first class we're going to go over how to choose your stones. Intuitively speaking, and based on their metaphysical properties and things like that, on their the shapes and sizes. We're going to go over all that kind of stuff. So it's better if you can, kind of learn a little bit of before you go out. But a good starter set would be the 7 chakra stones. Clear quartz is always a good go-to stone that covers all the chakras.
Oh, okay.
So, and it also helps amplify other stones and just kind of boosts them too. So you can always throw a clear quartz with one of your other stones if you want to amp it up, if it's a small stone or something like that. Just a little tip.
Oh, yes.
I wanted to mention these classes are going to be kind of ongoing. I've got 8 so far to start. So if you decide that this is something that you would like to incorporate as a healing modality, if say you're an alternative therapist or holistic practitioner, or you're thinking about becoming one, I do offer certification in Gemstone Energy Therapy. So if that's something you're interested in, you can contact me directly or contact Alchemy, and we can give you more information. Basically, what that would entail is you would be required to take all of the classes, at least the first 8 classes in the series.
Okay.
And then you would receive certification in Gemstone Energy Therapy.
Ooh,
so you could add
right.
that modality to your toolbox if you wanted to, look into something like that.
Right.
And these start up on, they're going to be on Wednesdays, starting on January 19th. And they're at night, so that works out hopefully better for people. It's from 7 to 8:30 every other Wednesday night. So I'm looking forward to that. And
excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. Will these be at Alchemy itself, or?
Yes, they will be at Alchemy Gallery.
All right.
At 133 East Main Street in Festus.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got some wonderful classes that we'll talk about too, if we have time, with some other classes that we've got coming up that are really exciting.
Oh, yes.
So I have to pull up my calendar on that, though.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
So for the crystals, I did want to mention just today, just to throw it out there, before I came today, I was like, today's the new moon in Capricorn. We've got the sun and moon both in Capricorn today. New moons, new beginnings. What's a good crystal for people to work with, for starting a new beginning? It's a new year, New Year's resolutions. Well, we know how
how those go.
That's kind of like the curse word, I think, is if you say resolution, something.
Well, there's nowhere is it written that New Year's resolution can't be for evil purposes. I just want to throw that out there.
Positive and negative. We have to have both. We have to in order to achieve balance. So we've got that. So with the new moons, we always look to starting new projects and new beginnings. And since this is the new year, I would highly recommend setting your intentions for what your goals are for this coming year, and the crystals that you would want to use to assist you in manifesting your goals and giving you motivation and more energy physically, more endurance and strength, and just to get those goals done and take the actions to accomplish them, I would recommend stones that are related to your solar plexus chakra, which is yellow, and that's right above the belly button below the rib cage. And then stones related to the sacral chakra, which is orange, and that orange chakra is located below the belly button. The sacral chakra. So yellow and orange stones are going to be your go-to stones for energy, extra energy, manifestation, bringing things into physical form. So a lot of people that work in the type of business we do, whether you're an intuitive or a healer or something like that, we work and live up in our higher chakras all the time. We're always up here in our third eye and our crown and heart and throat, because those are the chakras we mainly work with. So a lot of us are ungrounded, so it prevents us from being able to manifest.
Okay.
So in order to bring thoughts from your higher chakras into manifestation, into physical form, we can use stones to help us manifest things. So by using those yellow and orange stones, the colors of those lower chakras, what we're doing is we're helping pull in our ideas from our subconscious and higher self down into physical form and manifest them.
Oh, wow. That's pretty deep.
So I'm going to go for citrine for the solar plexus is like my number one go-to. Pyrite is good.
Okay.
Tiger's eye.
Right.
Yeah, all those yellow colored stones are good for the solar plexus and giving you that energy and motivation. Orange, I love carnelian. That's a fantastic stone. Also, if your mojo's a little low, throw some carnelian in your pocket or your partner's pocket and things will spark right back up again.
Oh, very nice.
Carnelian is good for that. So orange, you could also go with like a fire agate, amber, something like that too. So so set those goals and put some stones in your pocket and start manifesting.
All right. Well, if someone wanted to perchance get a hold of you, where is the best way for them to do so?
The best way would be to go to alchemyfestus.com, and you want to look under the spiritual consultants and look for me, Jennifer Rogers, and it'll give you a list of my offerings.
Okay.
You can also look at our events page to see all the classes that are available, and you schedule appointments with us and our classes right online at alchemyfestus.com.
Excellent. Thank you very much for coming in again, and I really appreciate it. Is there any final words or thoughts?
Just how about everybody go out there and kick ass and take names this year? This is the year to, get things done, to manifest our reality. We all have the ability to do that. So it's one of those, I'm just going to put it bluntly because I'm a Sagittarius and that's what I do. But this is a year of shit or get off the shitter.
There you go. I like that one. All right. Well, thank you for coming in again. So this is Demon Daddy Dale for the Bohemian Cauldron, wishing you to all stay magical out there, and let's learn something today.
Dale is infallible.